Welcome to Star Citizen and the Gentleman News. And in this week we have had to deal with a few April Fool's jokes, or were they not April Fool jokes at all. We analyzed the available material, and perhaps CIG has allowed themselves a real joke here by using a very obvious April Fool's joke to lead us astray. Because with the origin 404, the status code 404 error not found, they alluded directly to the origin 400i, which has repeatedly appeared in leaks for several months. And here the video of CIG was really well staged, and at this point a big praise to Paul Jones, John Crew and Bernd Curtis of CIG, who have brought that really well across without laughing. However, there were a few points that made me surge with interest in the old leaks about the 400i. But to explain my thoughts and assumptions to you in a comprehensive way, let's roll up the last Inside Star Citizen from the back. Because at the very end there was a carpet of picos scattered over the invisible origin 404, whereby a silhouette became recognizable that I had to take a closer look at. Because as far as proportions, size and shape are concerned, the leaks of the 400i were already quite concrete, which can be very well harmonized with this silhouette here. That's why I've compared the old concepts and leaks directly, both images. And I don't know how you see it, but the very pointed shape with a wide rear area reflects this rather unusual shape quite clearly for me. But that wasn't enough for me, and I searched further and looked for ways to make the whole thing visible. Of course, I noticed the thrust and control nozzles, which could be seen in the various sequences, besides a cargo area or later some passengers in the invisible 404. But also the three invisible skins gave a hint of the shape and size, whereby I really had to laugh out loud about the John Cena skin. At least the elongated shape with the lateral extensions in the rear area is reflected here as well, which fits in with the old leaks and the previous depictions of the inside sequence. Really interesting are the four thruster pointing in each direction and attached to the top of the invisible ship. Oh yes, the 400i should have two pilot weapons. To me it looks like CIG is doing a masterful job, as is masterfully duping us here, and maybe showing us something we want to see, but wrapping it up as an April Fool's joke. And that's why I've picked out a sequence for you to finish off with, which lends itself directly to superimposing the old material, whereby these panorama shots are just made for it, because here we see the most decisive points, the pilot seat and the main engines. Thus, thanks to the constant camera angle, the direction of flight and the pilot size assignment, we can make a statement about the size and proportions of the ship. But I'm very interested in your opinions. Was this an elaborate April Fool's joke? Or an excellent announcement of the origin 400i? By all means, write me in the comments or in Discord. I would bet that we see the 400i after all. Only when is the question. Not in Inside Star Citizen, but in various channels and on Reddit there has been this interesting monster to see in the last few days. The Greycat ROC DS, which I thought was an April Fool's joke and I'm still very skeptical about. This Hello Kitty artwork by Reddit user Capucha4 underlines my personal opinion about it very well. Is the Greycat ROC DS really? Or it is an April Fool's joke? But if it's not a joke, a two-seater ROC in which only the player in the turret can operate the laser would be rather pointless. It would be like having our own pilot and laser operator on board of the Prospector. I'm really very curious about this, since more and more in-game images and short videos have appeared, but I still think that this vehicle is an April Fool's joke. At least I hope so. But I'm also interested in your opinions and comments here. Would you have a use for a ROC DS? And finally, some good news. The first wave is unlocked for Alpha 3.13 on the test server. So, see you soon from the PTU with the latest features and info. I say goodbye until next time, and as always, see you in the verse.